Let's just take a breath together. In our modern lives, we carry so many heavy, anxious burdens. We're constantly moving, constantly striving, always worrying about what's next. So today's explainer is going to be a little different. We're going to slow right down. We're exploring a really beautiful, calming perspective drawn from some deeply profound philosophy. It's an exploration of who you are, and honestly, who you don't have to force yourself to be. Our focus today is this simple idea: do not mistake this life for all that you are. Just let that sink in for a second as we get started.
I want you to ask yourself something. Are you only your achievements? So many of us today feel this immense, almost crushing pressure. We feel rushed, don't we? We tell ourselves, I absolutely have to succeed in this life. I need to be recognized right now. I've got to become someone important, and I must be rewarded right now in this single life. Man, it is just an exhausting way to live. This modern anxiety kind of traps us in the feeling that the clock is always ticking down. And then if we fail today, well, we're just failures forever.
But consider exactly what it is we're gripping so tightly. We're clinging to temporary forms, things like your name, your age, your job title, even the relationships you hold dear, the worries keeping you up at 2 a.m., the achievements you're chasing, and that nagging fear of losing what you already have. We identify so closely with these things. But the text we're diving into today actually teaches us that believing this life alone is who I am is exactly where all our suffering begins. Because when we define ourselves entirely by these fleeting things, we get scared. Afraid of losing our youth, afraid of falling behind everyone else, afraid of becoming, well, nobody.
So listen to this really gentle reminder. Do not mistake this life you are living for all that you are. What a profound, spacious shift in how we see things. It's almost like a release valve for all that pressure we've been talking about. Yes, you are living one life right now, for sure. But you aren't just your name, you aren't just your title, your failures, or your biggest wins. You are something so much wider than that.
Let's zoom out for a second to a slightly more cosmic perspective. What you call I isn't this fixed, isolated object. It's just a temporary form appearing within a vast web of causes and conditions. You're a gathering. For this brief, beautiful moment, countless influences have somehow all come together to appear as you.
And what exactly makes up this gathering? Well, it's absolutely vast. It's your parents and your ancestors stretching way, way back through time. It's the literal land you walk on, the specific era you were born into. Think about all the encounters you had in your life, and all the farewells too. The words spoken to you, the hidden wounds you carry, and even the quiet prayers that have been whispered for you. All of these interconnected elements have gathered together. You are literally the meeting point of all this history, all this nature, and all this love.
If you look to nature, it gives us some great guidance here. Think about a flower. A flower isn't a flower all by itself. For it to appear, it needs the soil beneath it, the water that nourishes it, the light from the sun, the wind that carries its seeds, and of course, the passage of time. It's only through all of those things that the flower actually exists, and a human being is exactly the same. You aren't completed by yourself alone. You're woven into everything else. And understanding that really helps us let go of this heavy burden of feeling like we have to do everything and be everything all on our own.
Now, realizing this naturally leads us to a big question. If we're just temporary forms, and if our jobs and our names aren't the entirety of who we are, then what exactly is this life? Well, the teaching reassures us that realizing our impermanence definitely doesn't mean we should just abandon this life. It doesn't mean neglecting the present. This life is absolutely not a prison that your soul is somehow trapped in.
Rather, it's a field. This life is a sacred, active field. It's the very place where this body, this voice, and this mind can touch deeper wisdom, which in this tradition is often referred to as the wisdom of the Buddha. You don't have to escape your current life to find peace. Your current life, with all its messy, unpredictable reality, is the exact ground where awakening happens. And consider how this philosophy completely reframes our most difficult daily emotions. We usually view these feelings as character flaws, right? Things we need to push down or hide. But there are hidden truths right beneath them. If anger arises, it's just revealing that there's an attachment within it. If you're feeling jealousy, well, beneath that is simply a really deep longing. Anxiety is just a signal that you're holding on to something way too tightly. And sadness? Sadness only exists because there was something or someone that you deeply loved. When we start viewing our emotions through this compassionate lens, they literally become doorways to deeper self-understanding.
So you really don't need to throw these difficult feelings away. The danger only pops up when we let ourselves be completely swallowed by desire and delusion. But when they're seen truthfully,
when we actually recognize the longing beneath the jealousy or the love beneath the sadness, these very same emotions shift. Instead of swallowing us, they become an entrance to awakening. They teach us so much about our own hearts.
I want to pause here on a thought that speaks directly to that modern panic we all feel. When you believe this single life is everything, you naturally begin to hurry. You think, I've got to achieve quickly, I need to feel safe quickly, I must become complete, and I got to do it right now. But remember this, the path of awakening does not open through haste. What you need to do right now is not rush to complete your life. You are totally allowed to adopt a slower, much more dignified pace.
So how do we actually slow down and live meaningfully? Well, there's a grounded, incredibly practical path for daily living here. Step 1 is to refine the body. Just be present in your physical actions. Step 2, refine your speech. Pay real attention to the words leaving your mouth. Try to let them be kind and truthful. And step 3, refine the mind. Know truthfully what arises in your thoughts without letting yourself be swallowed by them. It's actually in these quiet daily refinements that we find profound spiritual resonance.
Practicing these steps brings us to a really beautiful concept, the Pure Land of Secret Adornment. Now, this isn't some magical place you go to after you die. It is this very reality, right where you're standing. When you practice refining your body, speech, and mind, the everyday world around you actually opens up. It transforms from a place of suffering and anxiety into something truly sacred. The ordinary space you inhabit right now holds profound depth if you just learn how to be present within it.
And this right here is the crucial point. Some people might think, well, if we're just temporary forms, nothing matters anyway. But the teaching tells us the exact opposite. You are not a small being who just ends with this one life. And knowing this doesn't give you a free pass to treat your life carelessly. Instead, as the text so beautifully puts it, those who know eternity live today with greater care. Because you aren't desperately grasping at this life as your one and only chance to be someone, you're finally free to live it properly, as the path itself.
So here are some gentle directives for moving forward in the present moment. With this body, learn. Treat your physical journey as an ongoing education. With this voice, pray. And whether you call it prayer, setting an intention, or just speaking with hope, let your words carry a quiet dignity. And with this mind, look deeply. Don't just skim the surface of your life or your emotions. Look deeply into the causes, the conditions, and the hidden truths around you.
I want to conclude with this final, really comforting thought. If you've been feeling that heavy pressure of having to figure it all out, please hear this. You are not finished. You are still in the way. And within this very on the way, the light of the Buddha is already shining. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be complete. The journey itself is sacred. So take this spacious peace with you today. You are a vast gathering of conditions, experiencing this beautiful, temporary form. Live it carefully, without holding on too tight. As we wrap up this explainer, I'll leave you with this to ponder. If you truly let go of the pressure to be someone forever, what beautiful things could you finally allow yourself to experience, just for today?